Howdy folks, welcome to Maverick Gunworks channel. Today I'm going to talk about something I put together specifically for hunting. Very good, I think, item for coyote hunting, and a lot of options you can do with it. But what I've done here is basically is taking stuff I had on the wall at the shop and put something together that I thought would be good for a hunting rifle. Alright, so I'll start out with, and I tried to stick as much as I could to American-made products if possible, things we already had in the store anyway. So we had the really nice Aero Precision M4E low receiver, and then this is a flat dark earth color. I've got the Hogue flat dark earth pistol grip to go with it, and also use the Aero Precision upper receiver. Really nice piece. I like their stuff. Works out really well. Also have the Aero Precision free float rail here, and then along with the Aero Precision, one of their sister companies, I think it is, that they deal with, or they are part of the same company now, I believe. Actually, it's Ballistic Advantage barrels. This is an 18-inch Ballistic Advantage barrel, and this one we built in a .224 Valkyrie caliber. All right, we'll compare that to the .223 here in just a few minutes. But sticking along with our American-made products as much as I can, also have a Fortis RED, or red brake, rapid engagement device is what they call it. Does a really good job of minimizing your recoil. I've used these a lot on high-powered deer rifles and long-range shooting applications. They work really well for controlling the muzzle rise. We're going back toward the back of the gun. Here again, sticking with some American-made products. I have the adjustable buttstock that is from Adaptive Tactical, and this, guys, has a really good, thick, cushy rubber pad on the back of it. Does a really good job of again not hurting your shoulder if you're shooting a higher caliber. With this cartridge, it's not a big issue either way. And also with this adjustable buttstock, we have the option of a pocket that is built into it to put your QD sling mount on. Okay, so on this side we have a plug in it, because I'm not using that one, but if I flip it over, you can see the QD pocket right here that is built into that stock. Works out real well. Along with the same application, our Aero Precision rail also has QD pockets built into it from the factory. You've got one on each side, and also one on the bottom, by golly. How about that? Alrighty. And now, a couple other things I've added to this one that maybe is a little bit more of a non-standard issue. We have an ambidextrous safety reliever. If you flip right there, you see the safety levers on both sides of the gun. I tried to build it so that if by chance it goes to a left-handed person, they'll be able to control it without having to think about where the controls are as much if it were not that case. And that being said, we also have the bolt release. Has an ambidextrous lever on it. We have one here, and also have it connected on the other side to make the bolt release, okay, available for right or left-handed folks. And that being the case, also for sticking with our ambi controls, we have ambient control on our mag release button. We have typical the right-handed user for our mag release button there, and you can see it is empty. All right. And also on the other side, I'll flip it around. Yeah, I'll try to do this way. So I've got a little tab here for I can do my mag release button on the other side if you need to for a left-handed person. And actually, if you get used to it, it's really user preference as to which way works better for you. Okay, and also some of the other features we've done to it. If you look in with the bolt carrier assembly, this is a fail zero that is plated to help it keep it clean and running smoothly. Again, I added some extended takedown pins here so I can push that out easily, and I have a little bit of a handle here to pull the lever out, pull the handle out, and be able to take the gun apart. And on the inside, we went with the CMC single stage trigger, and I like the flat face version myself. Works out really well for what I feel like is anyways personal preference again. But this trigger breaks at right about 3 pounds, really smooth, very little recoil, very little reset on it. I like the CMC products a lot also. Again, made in Texas, right? So anyway, we'll take a look at a couple other things as far as the overall. I've got the Burris RT6. This is a 1:6 magnification optic on it. And again, this one is setup for the AR rifles, in that it has a crosshair in it for the bullet drop compensation for a 5.56 cartridge, which is close to the 224 Valkyrie. So we'll look at those two. And this one also has the added feature of a lighted circle around the center dot. So you can have, it has, what is this, 10? You can't see it on the camera, I know, but on the control button on the left side of the scope has an option for 10 different intensity settings for the red dot that is in the center of the optic. So that's a feature if you need to use that, possibly at nighttime, especially if you're doing the coyote and kind of hunting at night, or maybe hog hunting at night. Work out real well for you. What else here? I want to mention too that the cartridge for these things, the 224 Valkyrie we're talking about here, I'm going to show you that compared to the typical 5.56 or 223 cartridge. You can see that it's a little, if I set them right here, maybe you can focus on that with the cameraman. It's, here's your 224 Valkyrie, there's your 223. So the 224 is a thicker, larger diameter brass case, but the casing itself is a little shorter. But it does hold a little bit more powder, I believe, and it gives you a little bit more oomph behind it. This one being a 60 grain bullet, and it's running about 3,300 feet per second. Okay, and this one is the 223 here is a 55 grain bullet in that particular case, and it's running about 2,900 feet per second is what it is, I believe. But anyway, I know with the 224 Valkyrie, what I've searched on, this 60 grain cartridge is preferred for the coyote and varmint kind of hunting, groundhogs, that kind of stuff. And you can bump up to a 90 grain, the best I've seen so far anyways, was 90 grain bullet for maybe a deer hunting, for whitetail deer, and at least in where we are, there's not a large deer, so that you don't have to worry about that kind of situation. But it's plenty big enough to take down a whitetail deer, at least in North Carolina anyway. And if you're going out in the Midwest or somewhere that have larger animals, you may want to look at a different caliber. But anyway, that's something I've come up with, and by God, I'm going to give this thing a whirl sometime in the near future. Right now where we are, it's winter time and the weather's kind of nasty outside as far as ice and snow and crap, so I'm not going to be testing it just to play with it right now. Maybe we'll do that in the future, in a couple months when the weather gets better. One other thing I wanted to mention is the magazine for this one also. And because the 224 Valkyrie casing is a thicker diameter, it works out best if you have a magazine made for that cartridge. And this, with the 224 Valkyrie, the 6.8 SPC, I believe uses the same magazine. Otherwise, if I'm not mistaken, the 223 or 5.56 magazines that are typically for these guns, you may have a feeding problem because it's a smaller diameter cartridge. Magazine's a little bit different with this one. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on it. So I went ahead and stepped up and got the metal magazines made just made for that cartridge. So it'll work out pretty well for us. And hopefully in the near future we'll be able to take it to the range and run some rounds through it, see what it looks like. So anyways, that's my take on one option at least for a current possibility for a coyote hunting gun. And I know with the rail like it is, it'd be really easy to put a night vision scope on it. You step up to one of those thermal scopes. You can put what is it, the green flashlight. Some people use that. I've used the green laser designator at nighttime. Works really well with the inexpensive scope actually. You'd be surprised what the laser designator will do as far as even with a moderate scope at nighttime. So anyways, because the light spectrum is a little different on the laser versus the flashlight, works out real well for that. But anyhow, thanks for watching guys, and hope that gives you some ideas if you're looking to maybe do something for a hunting gun. All right, catch you later.